everyone, it's Lindsay and I have a really quick video today. On one of my prior videos, I'll link it here in the top right hand corner, showing how I was using the new planner from Dayspring. I showed how I had done some custom inserts in this planner, and so I had some of these little journaling cards that I had used and things like that. And so I quickly kind of explained to you how I did it, but I had some questions, so I thought I'd jump on here and show you really quickly how I did that. So I bought the planner punch board. This is by We Are Memory Keepers, and this is by the same company that does the tab punch that a lot of us use for Bible journaling. And it has these little pieces that you can move around in the board and change where the hole punch is. If you turn it over in the back here, it gives you some measurements for some really common planners. It tells you how big to cut the paper and then what number to place the hole punch. I'll show you that in a second. I went ahead and created, they have these blank spots so you can put your custom ones down here. So this is for the Illustrated Faith Planner, and here's where you're going to want to put the punches at 18, 37, and 56. I don't have a paper size in here just because I'm kind of playing around with that still, but now these are regular holes, as you can see on the bottom, but I'm going to show you how I make it work with this spiral bound. They are coming out with a punch for spiral bound, but when I looked at it, it looked like it only came with a couple pieces, and you still were going to kind of have to do a similar thing as what I'm going to show you today. So I figured I'd hack this, make it work for me, and hopefully you can use it too. So I'm only going to use 3 of the punches, and I'm going to hold this up to the camera. There's all these tiny little numbers, and that's where you're going to place these hole punches, and you can record those numbers so you know where to place them each time that you're punching something for a specific project. And so I've placed it so that the little arrow right here points to 18, 37, which is center, and then 56, if you can see that. So I've got those placed in there, and they just sit down in there. So I'm going to set that aside for just a second. I have this Project Life card. It has some little lines on the back, which I thought would be good for maybe adding little prayers that I need to be praying each week, people I need to be praying for, or verses I'm studying, something like that. And so I'm going to insert this into this planner, and I'm going to let it stick up over the top just a little bit. These cards don't quite fit perfectly. You may have to trim a little bit. If you can see, it kind of starts to hit up here and it kind of starts to hit down here. So you may have to trim these down just a smidge to get them to fit well in here without hitting. But if you let it hang over the top a smidge, then you're fine. So I'm going to lay that where I want it. And then I'm just going to take a, oops, sorry, bumped you there. Take a mechanical pencil, and I'm going to make some little tick marks right in the center of those spirals. And sorry, in the background I've got the dishwasher going, I've got kids home, I've got laundry going, hashtag mom life. So I apologize, but I did want to just get on here and do a really quick little video. So I went ahead and made a little pencil mark in the center of each one of those coils, and then now we can punch. So I'm going to show you how I get this to work for me. So I'm going to line it up so that my little tick marks are right where those arrows are, if you can see that. And then that's how I'm going to slide it in. But actually, an even easier way is just to slide it in and then make sure that my other little tick marks are evenly spaced between those punches. If you can see that, these 2 tick marks are right evenly spaced in there, and that's how I can kind of do it without having to check and make sure that they're lined up with the arrows, if that makes sense. You're just going to push it down, and then you have holes. So then you're just going to move this down. So this is where we punched it just now, was here. You're going to move it down 1 little notch. So I've got those 2 tick marks centered between the 2 punches on either side. Does that make sense? If you can see that there. And then I'll go ahead and punch, and then I'm going to scoot it down again, and now I can line up either the 2 tick marks or the 2 holes. Punch. Okay, so now I've got that. And I'm going to slide on down here and just line up, actually, yeah, line up those two, well, sorry, we'll do it this way. So we'll punch there, and then punch there. Okay, so you can see I have a little bit of overhang, but this is what's going to overhang over the top of my planner. So then you can go ahead and erase your little pencil marks if you want. I'm usually pretty lazy and just leave them there because that's how I am. I'm not a perfectionist. I didn't even really erase those very well, but so this still doesn't quite fit because it's hole punches and not spiral bound. But all you need to do is take a pair of scissors. These are a little big for the job, but that's okay. You're going to snip right down the center into your hole. And this is what's going to make it so that it could be inserted. Now you could go ahead and laminate this piece before you do this step, and then you'll probably have to use a hole punch to repunch your holes and then snip it. That way this is laminated and nice and tough. But I'm not planning, I have hundreds of journaling cards, so I'm not planning on using them any more than 1 week at a time and moving them very much. I'm going to try to use up some of my cards in this planner. So you can see here I'm just pushing those tabs down into there, and now I have a piece inserted into my planner. So again, that is the We Are Memory Keepers planner punch board. They do sell spiral bound punches, but I found this one at Hobby Lobby with a 40% off coupon. Couldn't beat it. It was pretty reasonable, and then that way I could move these around and use them for some other 3-ring binders or other planners I have, things like that. So I felt like I was going to get more bang for my buck out of that one, and I was able to kind of hack it so that it would work in this planner. So I hope this video was helpful. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Give this video a thumbs up if it helped you or inspired you, and be sure to subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye.